Hey guys, so I want to show you a quick video, one on how to change the first filter in a reverse osmosis, because that one I typically am changing every 2 months. The next two every 3 to 6. The resin one, obviously the far right, when it changes color. But I'm going to do a quick video here. I'm going to change this out. I'm going to spill a little bit on the ground here, but I have a pan down here that'll catch it. But I want to show you how to do it, and like I said, I'm going to show you why I believe strongly in reverse osmosis. So first thing I'm going to do is shut the water off, shut the tank pressure off down here. Just shut off. It's pretty simple. Comes with a somebody crank this one tighter than there you go. So it helps if you turn it the right way. All right. So now you're just going to take it off. Try not to spill too much. Alright, not a big deal. So check this out. Now we're going to bring this in here, and I'm going to show you this. There's my little helper. So check this water out. I don't know if you can see it. This isn't even that bad. But it really has like a rust color to it that this filter, look how gross this is. This is normally bright white like the counter. Disgusting. And you'll notice you need to change it because the flow starts to get a little restricted. You don't get as much water out as quickly as you would like to fill up glasses and whatnot. So what we'll do is walk back in here, put a new filter in, and show you how it works. Alright, so we're back. Unbox the filter. She's ready to go. Obviously you can see the difference of how white it is. So this is a new one. Pretty simple. Throw it in. I try to center it the best that I can because there's a little Fugatsu. Come on there, dopey. So you try to just keep it as straight as you can. Crank it up. Hand tight. And I don't go crazy. Put the wrench on and just a little more than that. Right as it starts to snug up, give it one more. That's it. Water back on. See it filling up. And then it'll flush through. Turn the tank back on. And then what I have down here, which I dropped along with my pen. Oh yeah. Let's have a tally. Today's the 26th. Last time I changed that one was the 5th. So I'll just write, I had the name of the filter. What's today? I think the 26th of 20. And then I'll just put it back up here for the next time. And when I change these guys, obviously I'll write them down. And I ordered 2 more filters because there's a lot of mixed reviews about reverse osmosis and how it removes all TDS, and I could show you it comes in at like 120, which actually isn't bad. And after it leaves the DI, it comes through the membrane, it comes in at about 8 parts. After the DI, it's literally 0 parts. And not only does it tell you when your membrane's going, but it also shows you when your DI is going and when you need to change both. But more importantly, to my point, I ordered another 2 filters, and I'll put these in the link. One's a mineral filter, so it actually puts back the magnesium and the calcium and a couple other minerals. And it has something in there with a pH where it helps to adjust your pH, because filtered water is more acidic than regular water that hasn't been RO'd, which is normally, I believe, the scale 7. So once it goes through this system, it becomes slightly more acidic. And they say you don't want to be drinking more acidic water. So that filter also adds some pH to it to help bring that pH level back to 7 or neutral, so that you're not ingesting acidic water. But I'm doing it just because I don't necessarily agree with it. But the WHO, if you go on the WHO, they actually say to avoid reverse osmosis because of that reason. So if you add these 2 additional filters, when I get them, I'll show you how I'll install them. So the first filter is a mineral filter. It'll go here right after the DI. So after it goes through the filtration process, it removes all of the minerals, but also all the contaminants, like you just saw, the rust that was in this, caught up in the first stage of this filter. So what you'll do is, from here, I'll move this down. This is my TDS meter. Actually, yeah, I'll probably move this down just so I can see whether or not these added minerals will be picked up. Actually, I don't know. Maybe I'll add another TDS meter so I can see. Here it'll be 0 after the DI, and then I want to see what happens after the mineral filter to see if there's any parts added after this filter. So now I'll add the filter. I think what I'm going to do is add another TDS meter, and then they have another filter which I'll also add to the description. It's called a PAC filter, and that filters out the taste. It's just another carbon filter. So when the water runs through, it's completely pure, 0 minerals, 0 TDS, and then when it hits this first mineral filter, it'll add like a taste to it because of the minerals. So then you add this additional filter, it's a PAC filter after that, and that removes the taste, but it leaves the minerals. So then off to the fridge, and then off to this over here. I added so when we're down here having some cold beers in the basement, you have fresh RO'd water here too. So I hope this will help. Like I said, I'll add another video once I get these filters. They should come in this weekend, maybe Monday, and I'll add another filter, another video how I actually set this up. And if you have any questions, add it to the comments, and I'll try to answer them how I set this all up. Turn the water back on here, obviously, after I change this filter. Mark down when I change the filter, so I know usually another 2 months, and then I'll change it again. But this thing's been great. And yeah, ask me any questions. I'll try to help you out.